Yo, YouTube, what's up? It's YT back at it again with another one. Let's talk about the job market. Y'all probably like, YT, what job market? Well, I'm gonna tell you. It was a comment that I saw a couple weeks ago saying all my videos are doom and gloom. It's nothing positive. Well, I got something positive for y'all. Stay to the end of the video, and there are some people that cracked the code on how to get through the door and get hired. Because it's almost impossible these days, but now some people are getting called. There are a couple of things that's been working for people, and that's going to be revealed at the end. This is something new, so before it get burnt out, you might want to get up on it. That way you could stand out opposed to everybody else. Listen, I need everybody to thumbs up this video so YouTube can push this content out. Go ahead and smash that subscribe button if you want to see more of these videos, and ring the bell as well. Let's get right into this. Let's get it.
So the job market is actually cooked right now. You have all your Amazon, Google, Meta employees getting laid off right now with like 10 years of experience applying to entry-level roles. And you have your college graduates that are applying to retail and restaurants because they can't get an entry-level job without experience. No one's trying to go from making over 100K to making $20 an hour. So that's why people cannot find the jobs that they want.
Looking for a job in 2024 is the most demoralizing thing for your spirit. There should be no way that people are applying to 100, 200, 300, 400 jobs and getting a total of 1 or 2 interviews. And it's crazy too because not even low-paying jobs are hiring right now. I remember 2 or 3 weeks ago, I went to a job fair, right? And I introduced myself, right? And she goes on to tell me, right? This job fair is supposedly a hiring hall, right? There were people interviewing, throughout the event. So I was like, okay, cool. I go up to her table and she says, "Oh, we're not hiring, just apply online." Why are you even here? Mind you, she didn't even talk about any of the programs her company has. She didn't talk about internship opportunities, none of that, right? No paperwork, nothing. I was like, "Are you serious?" I feel like you're just wasting my time at this point.
I'm struggling to stay sane in this job market. I graduated from college at the end of April and I'm currently interning in San Francisco, but that job ends in a week and a half. I currently don't have a next job lined up and I'm genuinely just feeling sort of lost. I definitely tried to be positive and I think I've been managing the stress well, but I just don't see an end in sight for getting a full-time job and I'm starting to get a little worried. I've been thinking about this a lot recently because I am going to turn 25 next year. I definitely didn't imagine my mid-20s to look like this or for post-grad to look like this, and I don't know if I need to be more open to different types of jobs or cities or if this is just a lost cause. But yeah, I just wanted to make this video because I do post a lot about being positive and I think I've done a good job with the cards that have been dealt, but I definitely am struggling.
I've applied for over 800 jobs. I've had 14 interviews from those, and I literally just got my 5th rejection. And that doesn't mean that the other 9 were offers. I was just ghosted. After the interview, after the projects, after reference checks, I just never hear from them again. And I'm confused. But I did something. So here's me reaching out to local businesses in my area to see if I can make a little freelance business for myself. So here's my little spreadsheet. I've got the business, location, contact, Insta, notes, industry, everything there, and then I wrote up a general message to send to each of them, possibly with whatever pain points I see that they could need help with. So I'll let you know how this goes. We'll see if I get a response or any responses, or if tomorrow I'm reaching out to more because these 15 don't respond. But to everybody out there who is looking for a job, best of luck. Hopefully anybody can find something soon. I know it's really discouraging, and if you know anybody who needs any social media marketing services, I'm right here. Would really appreciate it. So I hope you enjoy watching me hopefully create this business for myself.
800 applications. You complaining about putting in 800 applications? Somebody must didn't tell her. You got to put in at least 200 more before you can jump on the internet and complain. The average is 1,000 plus. She must ain't been on the channel watching. You got to put in 1,000 plus. Some people done put in 1,500. Some people done put in 3,000 apps. It's sad, but that's the current reality. Whoever thought it'd be like this?
Can we talk about how damn near impossible it is to find a job these days? I'm at a point where I feel so anxious because it's completely out of my control. I'm doing everything I can, but literally no freaking results. I have my freaking master's and I know the stuff that I'm applying to, I am more than qualified for because it's literally things that I did in the past, things that I did at my previous internship. But yeah, let me tell you 3 different updates that I have that happened throughout this week. So first of all, I got ghosted by a recruiter. I sent a follow-up email, no response. Second update, this is from a different company. So I reached out to someone on LinkedIn and he looped me in with someone from HR. So she emails me and she's like, give me your resume. And then I was like, okay, so I sent her my resume. And then she says, but reminder, our entry-level positions are only for students who are graduating between December 2024 to June 2025. I graduated last year, so that does not work. So I asked, is there any way I can be considered for these roles, or it's like strictly for graduates between, this upcoming year? And she was like, yeah, you can't apply. So it's like, what am I supposed to do? Okay, third update. So I had a phone interview today with another company. This is the third company, right? And it went really well, but she was like, oh, we're hiring for fall 2025. That's a year from now. So it's like, I can't be considered for a role because I graduated earlier. Your position is starting a year from now. I get ghosted. So like, what the hell am I supposed to do? Like, everything that I go to, it becomes a dead end. And I'm at a loss. Like, I literally don't know what to do. And I am tweaking out right now.
When I tell you this job market is wicked, bro, it is wicked. I just got fired from Macys, bro, during onboarding because I'm working 2 jobs. Apparently, you cannot work at another retail store while working at Macys. That's some shit I didn't even know before I even applied. And then what's even crazier, bro, it's a part-time seasonal position. It's not even a full-time position that them niggas even offered me. I'm literally going through training. I'm hyped. I'm like, damn, I got a high-paying job right now. Fool. I probably got a job after all these fucking months of waiting. I get a call on the intercom. Them niggas call me down there saying, you cannot work on no more. You got to get your ass and go. And I tell you, bro, I hopped in the car. I wanted to cry, but I can't even cry because what the fuck? I'm just used to this shit now, bro. Like, it's like I can't win for losing, bro. I swear to God, I can't.
That's been a thing. Certain jobs don't want you working for the competitor. But these days, they say you need 2 jobs to be able to get by. 2 or more. It's kind of hard when nobody calling.
I'm so sick and tired of applying to jobs, going through 3-4 interviews just for them to tell me a month later that I didn't get the fucking job. If you're a recruiter, you need to start telling people that they didn't get the job after the first interview at this point. I'm so sick of applying. I've been applying to jobs since fucking April and it's fucking October, and I've gone on, for example, I went on an interview with this company 4 times. It took them a month to tell me that I was not getting the job. I actually had to reach out to them just to see if the position was still open. This is ridiculous. There was another job I did 4 interviews for. I filled out my references and everything just for them to tell me that they went with the internal candidate. Come on. I'm so tired of this job shit. It's getting on my nerves. I'm sick of it. Just kiss my ass at this point.
If you're seeing this, that means I got the job. But I also have a rant because I had 5 interviews. 5 interviews for 1 position. What's that about? Because truly, if this was dating and you took me on 5 dates, are we not in a relationship? So just cuff me, please, for the love of God. Why? Why do companies need to do 5 interviews? It's truly mind-boggling. I do not understand. I met pretty much everybody up in that company. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. I really don't get it. But also, now I feel like I'm a pro at interviews, but I don't need to do it because I got the job. Lord, please. But you know what? What's for me won't pass me, and what the good Lord has planned for me will come to fruition. And if it's not this, I will be very sad. Absolutely. I will cry, most likely, but we'll see. This is also a remote position, so your girl is going to be a remote girly. If y'all know me, I hate driving. My life's goal is to have a chauffeur because I cannot be bothered with the driving, so I'm going to be a remote girly, which kind of means that the world is kind of my oyster. I could go anywhere. Well, in the US, but I could move to a new city, which could be fun. But we'll see, let me get this job first. Actually, what am I talking about? I already got the job.
Drum roll, please. This the moment y'all been waiting for. Now, I'm not saying that this do work, but it worked for her. So that means there's a possibility that this could work for you. It's 2 different women talking about it. She got a method and the next lady got a method. And I'm here to share these with y'all. So y'all can have 2 methods to try.
I'm here to show you the one document that actually made a difference in my job search. And no, it's not a resume or a cover letter. It's a career accomplishments presentation. And I'm going to show you exactly how I created mine and how you can create yours on your own. Slide number 1, I just put my name for whatever company I was applying to, and then I kept the logo in the corner there. Here's just a nice quote to add a little touch. This is really the meat and potatoes of the presentation. It's where I have my headshot. It's where I have the job title. The skills you see listed here are the main requirements for the position. And then here's just a little bit about me, just some general information about me as an employee, and kind of overall what I can bring to the table. Here's my favorite slide. These are all of my big accomplishments throughout my career. Note that I have a lot of metrics on this slide. Here I made sure to include the companies that I made the most impact and then the dates so they can compare it to my resume. This slide is the one that's going to take the most time because you're going to have to edit it for every position. I included a photo of the company headquarters on there, and then I described how I align with the company and their core values. And that's pretty much it. It's short and sweet and cute. It's only 5 slides total. I hope that helps. If you have any questions, let me know, and I'll do my best to answer them.
If you're watching this, I got the job. Period. Hi. After a month and a half, I finally received a job offer, and I want to share with you all what I did in my job searching journey in this very crappy job market. Okay, so quick context. I graduated back in May with my degree in marketing. This is my degree right here. Not gonna lie, for a moment, I thought that this degree was like rendered useless because why should it be that hard to get a job? But anyways, yeah, I got my degree back in marketing, and I also got part of this fellowship called MAPE. It stands for Multicultural Advertising Internship Program, and it's specifically a fellowship for people of color to get exposure in the advertising industry. So I went to New York for that, and I interned at an agency as a social strategist, which was a great experience, but I did not get a return offer, and thus started the job search journey. With that being said, I spent the last month and a half on LinkedIn 7 days a week for hours. Like, I'm talking, it was giving full 9 to 5 on LinkedIn. I feel like LinkedIn can be a really, really great resource to help you land a job, or it can honestly not be very helpful depending on how you use it. So this is how I use it. I would reach out to at least 50 people a week. Like, my Sundays genuinely consisted of finding as many people who worked at companies or agencies that I was interested in and had like the job that I was interested in. I would reach out to them. I'd be like, hey, I'm a recent graduate. I just interned as a social strategist at XYZ company. Would love to pick your brain for 30 minutes and learn more about your role and the company that you work for. Not all 50 people that I reached out to responded, of course, for whatever reason that could be. But on average, I probably get maybe like 4 to 5 responses from that week. And from that, I would literally just ask them, like, what is your day-to-day like? What do you do? I would ask them about their skill set. I would ask them about their career. I would also ask them, like, how was their post-grad journey like? And then after that, at the end, I'd be like, hey, this sounds like a really great opportunity. I love the company that you work for. Is there any opportunities out there for entry-level people? A lot of times they would say, no, we're not really looking for entry-level people right now. We're kind of looking for seniors and directors, which kind of brought me to, like, dang, like, companies aren't really trying to hire entry-level, but it is what it is. Usually I would just have to keep moving on because giving up is genuinely just not an option. I would also reach out to recruiters, but honestly, I feel like reaching out to recruiters in my personal experience was not the most helpful because most of the time they didn't respond or they didn't really have like a solid answer. They would just direct me to the job posting website, and it's just like, I'm not trying to hear that. Yeah. I also did apply to jobs. I don't really remember how many jobs I applied to because I stopped counting after like the 15th or 20th job at that point, after not hearing back from literally anyone and getting ghosted by companies. But I would probably say I applied to like maybe 40, 50 jobs, and I would personalize my resume to each job. At first, it was very time consuming doing this, but I applied to so many jobs and like completely redid my resume so many times that I honestly got really good at it, and it probably took me like 5-10 minutes to redo my resume. Also, when it came to applying to jobs, I stopped applying to things that were over 24 hours. If it was over 24 hours and it had over 100 applicants in like the job listing thing on LinkedIn, I wasn't applying to it because the chances of me hearing back were like next to none at that point. So I would just stay wary of those things. I would honestly just change the filter like to the past 24 hours. Specifically, if you are trying to work in the social space of advertising and marketing, I would recommend having a portfolio. Not every application, but most applications that I would submit to, I included my portfolio. Okay, so this is just like a sneak peek of what my portfolio looks like. I pretty much would just like include work samples with the metrics, what I did, that kind of stuff. I think that's really important. Going back to the conversations that I would have with people, not every single person, but I would say 90% of the time when I was having conversations with the people, I would be like, hey, did you apply to a job that you have now or were you referred? Every single one of them said that they got the job that they're in right now because of their network. And now I can say that after a month and a half of job searching, I got my offer because of my network. When it came to interviewing, I only did one interview and it's for the job that I got. But I would do a lot of research on trends and things that were happening in the industry, things that were happening on internet culture, so that way I could communicate those things that I knew were likely going to come up in my interview. I would also practice a lot. Like I would literally talk to myself about like my pitch or about different questions that they could possibly ask me. I think it's really important to know what your story is and what your specific like unique proposition is. And that brings me to my next point. It's very, very important, especially as a recent grad or entry-level person, to know what you are bringing to the table. Know what your skills are, know what you are really good at, and know what you are really passionate about. I honestly feel like saying I am a sponge for new information, like, yeah, that's helpful, but that can't be the only thing that sets you apart. I feel like companies are already pretty hesitant to hire recent grads or entry-level people at this point in the job market right now, so knowing what you bring to the table, what skills you're going to leverage, what your unique story is so important. The last thing, even though all these tips are very helpful, I honestly want to say that prayer was a huge part of my job search journey. The job search journey will humble you so quickly and bring you back to reality so quickly. Like, I literally was in distress every day, and I honestly think prayer played a huge role in honestly me landing the job as quickly as I did. And honestly, just keeping my faith and keeping me sane, because there were so many times where I genuinely just wanted to give up. If you have a faith, if you need a sign to go seek God, like, let this video be the sign to seek God and really tap into prayer, because the prayer of a righteous person is effective. I was not the only one praying. I also had other people who were praying for me like daily, and I really think that made such a huge impact on the outcome of my job search journey.
There you have it. Go ahead and give those a shot. Y'all let me know how I go for the people that's searching for a job right now. But y'all seeing what's going on in the world. It's getting harder and harder. But this is something that possibly could work. You gotta be creative. This is what you should learn from this video. Be creative. Come up with new ways to go about applying for a job. Don't just follow the normal ways that everybody use, because you just like everybody else. Make yourself stand out. That's really what you want to do right now. You want to stand out from all competitors. Listen, if you made it to the end of this video and you didn't subscribe yet, you know you enjoyed this content. Go ahead and subscribe. Join the family. And if you didn't thumbs up the video yet, go ahead and do that as well. I'm going to catch y'all next time. It's YT, man. I appreciate y'all watching. Peace and shalom.